look at the top headlines first. Lamjingba Group's MD Sanasam Jackie remanded to 15 days judicial custody. Filing of nominations for assembly elections in Nagaland and Meghalaya begins. Tehreek-e-Taliban claims responsibility for Peshawar blast. Death toll rises to 61. Biden says the US will not provide F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. And India and New Zealand will square off in the third and final fixture of the three-match T20I series. Hello and welcome to ELITETV English News. I'm Utpala. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Lamjingba Group Managing Director Sanasam Jackie has been remanded by the Chief Judicial Magistrate of Imphal West in 15-day judicial custody till February 13th. For detailed investigation. Sanasam Jackie was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate ED in a money laundering case linked to a Ponzi scheme through which 15,000 investors were duped of their investments to the tune of 580 crore rupees. During the hearing of judicial custody by the Chief Judicial Magistrate of Imphal West, the specific public prosecutor SPP submitted that during the ED custody from January 21st to 24th, voluntary statements of the accused was recorded under Section 50 of PMLA Act 2002 from January 21st to 30th, and he admitted his direct involvement in commission of the offence of money laundering punishable under Section 4 of PMLA 2002. From the statement, it is necessary to record the statements of other co-accused. It is also submitted that the accused was found in possession of several assets, both movable and immovable, which were derived from proceeds of crime, POC, as defined under Section 21U of PMLA. These assets, which constitute POC, are required to be secured and confiscated. Thus, sufficient time is required for proper verification and physical identification of those assets, it stated. During the interrogation, the accused confessed that in connivance with other associates, he had transferred the ownership and title of some of his assets, both movable and immovable, by way of direct sale, mortgage, etc. All Manipur Health Services Doctors Association General Secretary Dr. Loli P. Mao has urged for incorporation of promotions of doctors at the earliest. He made the statement to the media at the Manipur Press Club at Majorko. He further stated that this request for inclusion of doctors' promotion has been ongoing for some time now, but unfortunately, all the efforts have so far fallen into deaf ears. It is regrettable that the demands of doctors who work day and night ceaselessly are not taken heed of. He further stated that if the demands are not met at the earliest, different forms of protests will be carried out.
NPA, as per the 7-pay commission, it was started 1st January 2016. And for Jenims, this NPA, they have been given with arrear. Their demands is granted. Whereas for our health services, Manipur health services doctors, we are not getting. How they put in the 7-pay commission, while the central government issued the order. The order was inclusion of NPA in the basic pay. But the Manipur government, they issued an order in the year 2019 taking away the inclusion and they have replaced exclusion. Because of this exclusion, we are suffering. Those pensioners, they are getting less pay than those who have retired before 2016. And now we got promotion and we are getting less pay. Why? Because our NPA is not added in the basic pay.
Scheduled Demand Committee Manipur continues its agitation demanding inclusion of Meitei in the scheduled tribe list. The committee held sit-in protest at Korengai Bazaar organized jointly by Korengai Youth Welfare Club, Korengai Bazaar Development Committee and Korengai. A People's Convention was also held in connection with the protest. The protesters shouted slogan of inclusion of Meitei in the scheduled tribe list. Speaking to media persons, General Secretary of the Demand Committee, Bhugendrajit, said agitation will continue until and unless their demands are met. Fayeng Awang Laibung Chief Ningtaujam Toyai Jakpa said that villagers of K. Faisal village are carrying out mass cutting down of big trees at various parts of hill range near Fayeng village and selling them. If not looked into the matter and banned by concerned department and authority in time, many problems can be created. Toyai made the statement to media persons while visiting a spot to the cutting side along with the media persons. He further said, according to tradition, Manipur Darbar has given the said hillside range to Fayeng village for cattle rearing, wood cutting and to perform ritual rites. Since then, the structure of the said forest has been preserved and protected till today. The said hill range of Fayeng has been under Imphal West in the Revenue Department, but suddenly it's covered under Kangpokpi by forest persons and the demarcation by the concerned authority should be taken in order to clear out the boundary. He further continued that if the matter is not looked into in time, it cannot be said that untoward incidents will not take place. Due to Forest Department's lack of view into the forest, mass cutting down and selling of big trees are carried out, he added. Many rivers flowing near the hill range are unable to run because of deforestation. Even the Maklang River, which was flowing sufficiently in previous years, has no water even for the cattle these days. If the situation continues without government's view, problem of water scarcity will increase, he added.
Akhoi sirugi ija foresi yembum lok chembum lok haidra akhoi mamangai gi ija forest ase moi sirugi ija forest lei ija forest hauji ingonda gasai namgibuduna ingonda madui copy su yauri aduna hauji siru ija forest da hauji u hol trabadina ase manipur gi forest kangbusina akhoi gi laikon uyok phawbo moi gi ija forest ne chat ase map yechinbire masi akhoi kun abu manai koi yaning de masi Manipur government so masi ki tobigun mari leina ba authority the government la masi tobigun hoijaninge aduga masi tawlaga so ai koi hena khodong thiba I nai tanar ko so yai marmunduna ngasimak ai homsi laga asida ai koi siru sing ai koi swaida leiriba kun sing sina moina yon gibasi ai koi mafam sida laga ai koi yengari sina Manipur ki government na ane mari leina ba asina forest department na masi yengsin biraga ai koi hoyek si mamangai ai koi ki phayeng khun si maningda balang tore leina lei balang tore si maningda ai koi ase uyok lai kon si leibane masida ai koi hana ising si marang kaina phangame adu hoyek ti ising si phangak trabane.
On the other hand, former Pradhan of Fayeng Gram Panchayat Angom Gojendra said it is not easy trying to destroy forests which has been protected by Fayeng villagers many times.
Kangpokpi Forest Subdivision haina akhoi sigi area asibo boundary gi matang sida chayet na balai riba si akhoi government asu athubo matamda maramdi khangdok pire harga masi Imphal West ni masi Kangpokpi district ni haiba wafam asimaga athubo matamda akhoi singdokpiyo haina haijaningi aduga loilena akhoi gi lairiba forest department asu akhoi gi toham thokpa magi boundary area si chap chaba lairiba si akhoi chap chana pakhat piu haidi mamang da lairimiba 1924 gi dalarimiba darbana piramba akhoi gi lairiba area si Kangjub Reserve Forest haina lairimiba area si 2.58 square kilometer ne adubo haujiti ona tainabada haujikna amuk Paksana akhoi forest department na yaksilaga haujikna 6.88 square kilometer ne na akhoina survey tawdabida asigi pange action ba asumbasu tohningde maramdi asigi lairimam phafam asi Imphal West ni haiba chap chaba akhoi gi revenue da yauriba asi chap chana tohunjaningi haibo.
Health Talks Come Awareness Program was held at Naikanlong, Thangmaiban, Imphal West District on Monday. The program was carried out by the intern doctors and PGTs of RIMS Community Medicine Department as part of the program taken up to give awareness to the places where proper treatment facility is not available, especially to orphans and elders of Manipur. The Health Talks Come Awareness Program, which was held under the aegis of Head of Department of Community Medicine Department, RIMS Dean Academics Projen Singh Akoijam, was led by health educator PM Meghachandra Mitay. At the Health Talks Come Awareness Program, carried out by the intern students under the guidance of PGTs, awareness on topics acute respiratory infection, ARI, was given in detail by the interns. Health checkup and free medicines were provided to the participants of the program, along with carrying out of urine, protein, sugar test and blood group test by lab technician of the department, Y. Gambhir. A one-day district-level program of Ma Beti Sammilan was held at Zonal Education Office, Baupara, Jiribam on Monday, organized by Samagra Siksha Zonal Education Office, ZERIO, DPO, Jiribam. TH Amurashi Chanu, Supervisor MD Hafiz Uddin Khan, AI of Schools, Jiribam K. Kashiram Singh and H. Ranibala Devi, special teacher, attended the program. At the program participated by female students and their mothers of 14 different schools. Discussions were held relating to female students. Filing of nominations for assembly elections in Nagaland will begin today with the issuance of notification. AIR correspondent reports that the process for nomination of candidature for the ensuing general election in Nagaland begins today. Candidates will be allowed to submit their nomination papers till February 7th. The scrutiny will take place on February 8th, while the last date for withdrawal of candidature is February 10th. The state will go to polls on February 27th and counting will take place on March 2nd. Altogether, 13,17,632 electors are eligible to exercise their democratic right in the ensuing elections. A total of 24,689 new voters were included in the final electoral rolls. For Ghasbani, one assembly constituency has highest number of 74,395 electors and 27 Makokchung town assembly constituency with lowest number of 8,302 electors. A total of 2,315 polling stations have been designated, wherein 680 have been marked as vulnerable and 920 as critical polling stations. 57 are designated as model polling stations, while 196 polling stations will be manned by women. Further, 10 polling stations in the state will be manned by persons with disabilities. Filing of nominations for assembly elections for Meghalaya will begin today with the issuance of notification. Candidates can file their nomination papers till February 7th. The scrutiny will be done on 8th of February and the last date for withdrawal of candidature is February 10th. The elections for the 60-member State Assembly will take place on February 27th, while counting will be taken up on March 2nd. Altogether, 21,61,129 electors are eligible to exercise their franchise in the Assembly elections. A total of 81,433 new voters were included in the final electoral rolls. The Chief Election Officer Fr. Khargongor has said that 120 companies of CAPF will be deployed in the upcoming assembly polls and 40 companies are already stationed in the state. Further, the CEO also mentioned that there are a total of 3,482 polling stations across the state and 50% of the polling stations will have webcasting facilities, while the rest will have video cameras. The budget session of Parliament begins today. The session was commenced with the address by President Draupadi Murmu to the joint sitting of both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha in the Central Hall. The economic survey will also be tabled in both houses on the first day of the session today. The Union Budget 2023-24 will be presented tomorrow. The budget session will continue till the 6th of April this year. It will have 27 sittings spread over 66 days. The first part of the session will go on till the 13th of February. There will be a recess from the 14th of February to the 12th of March to enable the department-related Parliamentary Standing Committee to examine the demands for grants and make reports relating to their ministries and departments. The second part of the budget session will begin on the 13th of March and continue till the 6th of April. While addressing the media ahead of the budget session of Parliament, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that the Finance Minister will present one more budget before the country tomorrow. In today's global circumstances, not only India but the entire world is looking at India's budget. Amid the unstable global economic situation, India's budget will attempt to meet the hopes and aspirations of the common citizens. He firmly believed that Nirmala Sitharaman will make all efforts to meet those aspirations. The budget session of Parliament today, Tuesday, with the maiden address of President Draupadi Murmu to a joint sitting of both houses. Meanwhile, several Congress MPs, including Leader of Opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, will not be able to attend the President's address due to delayed flights from Srinagar on account of inclement weather. Party leader Jairam Ramesh and several Congress leaders and MPs were in Srinagar for the concluding events of the Bharat Jodo Yatra on Monday. The government plans to bring around 36 bills, including 4 related to the budgetary exercise during the session. There will be 27 sittings till April 6th with a month-long recess to examine the budget papers. The first part of the session will conclude on February 14th. Parliament will reconvene on March 12th for the second part of the budget session. Aam Aadmi Party AAP will boycott the customary address of President Draupadi Murmu to the joint sitting of both houses in Parliament, calling her speech a bundle of false promises and false claims by the Narendra Modi government. Talking to Twitter, AAP MLA Sanjay Singh said that the party is boycotting Murmu's address because her speech is a bundle of false promises and false claims by the Narendra Modi government. The outlawed Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP) or Pakistan Taliban have claimed responsibility for the suicide bomb attack at a mosque in northwestern Peshawar city on Monday that left at least 61 dead and more than 150 injured, mostly policemen. A brother of the slain commander of the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP), Umar Khalid Khurasani, has taken responsibility for the attack, terming it as an act of revenge for his brother who was killed in August last year in Afghanistan. The Monday attack is by far the biggest one claimed out by the TTP, whose main targets have been security personnel and their installations. The attack happened during the afternoon prayers. The bomber entered the highly secured mosque inside police lines where 4 layers of security were in place to enter the mosque. The police acknowledged that it was a case of security lapse. Capital City Police Officer CCPO Peshawar Mohammad Ijaz Khan told that a number of security personnel are still stuck under the rubble and rescuers are trying to save them. High alert sounded in Islamabad after Peshawar blast. Snipers deployed at sensitive installations. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif deplored the attack, saying the bombers have nothing to do with Islam. Russia on Monday attacked the British Broadcasting Corporation BBC over its documentary on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which has triggered a massive controversy both in India and abroad. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov's spokesperson has accused the UK broadcaster of waging an information war not only against Russia but against other countries following an independent policy. The spokesperson said, "I would like to draw your attention to the fact that it is yet another evidence of BBC waging an information war on different fronts, not only against Russia but also against other global centers of power pursuing an independent policy. After a certain number of years, it turns out that BBC is fighting even with the British establishment, being an instrument of the interests of some groups against others." The controversial BBC documentary chronicling the events which transpired during the 2002 Gujarat riots when Narendra Modi was the chief minister of the state has triggered a massive political slugfest. Amid the ongoing row, PM Modi, while addressing a National Cadet Corps NCC rally, said futile attempts were made to divide people of the country. To prevent India's goal of progressing its motto of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, many excuses are being dug, different topics scraped to divide the children of Mother India. Despite lacks of such attempts, they will not succeed, he said. The documentary has been screened by opposition parties and students' organizations in several university campuses across India. UK's India origin PM Rishi Sunak has defended Modi in the British Parliament by distancing himself from the documentary. Sunak said he does not agree with the characterization of his Indian counterpart. Last week, the United States had said that it supports the need of a free press around the world and made it a point in India as well. The United States will not provide the F-16 fighter jets that Ukraine has sought in its fight against Russia, President Joe Biden said on Monday. Ukraine planned to push for Western fourth-generation fighter jets, such as the F-16, after securing supplies of main battle tanks last week, an advisor to Ukraine's defense minister said on Friday. A Ukrainian Air Force spokesperson said it would take its pilots about half a year to train on such fighter jets. Asked if the United States would provide the jets, Biden told reporters at the White House no. The brief exchange came shortly after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Russia had begun exacting its revenge for Ukraine's resistance to its invasion with relentless attacks in the east. Zelensky has warned for weeks that Moscow aims to step up its assault on Ukraine after about 2 months of virtual stalemate along the front line that stretches across the south and east. Ukraine won a huge boost last week when Germany and the United States announced plans to provide heavy tanks, ending weeks of diplomatic deadlock on the issue. In the meantime, it has been reported that Russia and Belarus have started a week-long session of staff training for the joint command of their regional grouping of forces, the Belarusian Defense Ministry said today. The training is part of preparation for joint drills and the two countries will hold in Russia in September, the ministry added in its statement. On the other hand, Ukraine's defense minister is expected in Paris today to meet President Emmanuel Macron amid a debate among Kiev's allies over whether to provide fighter jets for its war against Russia after US President Joe Biden ruled out giving F-16s. In remarks carried out French television before Biden spoke in Washington, Macron stressed any such move would depend on several factors, including the need to avoid escalation and assurances that the aircraft would not touch Russian soil. He said Reznikov would also meet his French counterpart Sébastien Lecornu in Paris today. It's time for a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Kurumjari video sibu yengiri bamyang puna mapu tombrum komtina anoba jahina la pasida anoba asa kaya galoina na mantra selune space expand tangzeri mayang bisibagi damakta mayang personal care had to do mayang hum sida lakpiu mayang damak mukling laita na lecheri and thank you. Happy New Year to you.
The legendary brand Vespa was born in 1946. The Vespa has a unique design with a V-shaped grille to complement its sleek cast. The Piaggio emblem at the front gives you the pride of ownership, innovative appearance. The design was inspired by the wasp, hence the name Vespa.
Adom gari macha darkar oibibra? Supnagi minute kuntragi manungda document ichang changdana Vespa amadi Aprilia gi apamba model sing supna dagi lupa lising tara khaktang puthok piduna loan oina lawba yabagi khudong chaba pizare. Akupa marol kidamak contact tobirau 9089895330 amadi 9615823252 Tulasi Motors Private Limited Thangmaiban amadi Sangay Pro Kudong Chaba si Mangan Bigano ngasi mag-contact tobirau terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to watching ELITETV English News. Now let's look at some sports news. All Manipur Bodybuilders Association Amba will conduct a trial selection on the 5th of February 2023 at 2 p.m. at the office of Amba, Kumalampak Main Stadium for the upcoming 13th Men's Junior Masters Diving Senior Women Bodybuilding and 4th Junior Women's Sports Model Physique Ladies Women's Sports Model Physique National Championships 2023. The 13th Junior Mr. India 2023 will be held at Ratlam, Madhya Pradesh on 4th and 5th March. The association has informed to all the willing registered players to participate in the trial selection along with their Aadhaar card, said Yumlembam Sunanta, General Secretary, All Manipur Bodybuilders Association. Manipur will take on Punjab in the last match for Group 6 in the 76th Men's National Football Championship for the Hero Santosh Trophy at the Kumalampak Main Stadium here in Imphal. The first match on the day will be played between Jharkhand and Lakshadweep and another match between Chandigarh and Himachal Pradesh. All the Group 6 matches were played from January 22nd to 31st here in Imphal. Group 6 comprises of Chandigarh, Manipur, Jharkhand, Punjab, Lakshadweep and Himachal Pradesh. Manipur leads the group with 12 points, followed by Punjab with 10 points. Classic Football Academy is all set to take on Sudeva Delhi FC at the Deccan Arena in Hyderabad on today in the final of the Hero Under-17 Youth Cup 2022-23. 49 teams from across the country participated in the Hero Under-17 Youth Club Cup, with the group stage being held across 10 different venues. The top 2 teams from each group qualified for the final round of 16, which is being held in Hyderabad. Classic FA had qualified for the final round after topping Group D, while Sudeva Delhi did the same in Group H. The side from Imphal have produced a fantastic display over the last 7 matches, conceding only 2, while netting 16, which also included a massive 7-0 drubbing of Punjab State FA Under-17 team in the quarterfinals. The match between Classic FA and Sudeva Delhi will kick off at 2:30 p.m. IST at the Deccan Arena. The match will be streamed live on the Indian Football YouTube channel. India and New Zealand will square off in the 3rd and final fixture of the 3-match T20I series at the Narendra Modi Stadium today. The men in blue trounced the Kiwis in the 2nd T20I to level the series 1-1, setting up the all-crucial decider in Ahmedabad. The attacking Indian opener Prithvi Shaw is set to end his international cricket exile in Ahmedabad. Shaw, who is yet to open his T20I runs account, will be drafted in Indian playing 11 for series deciding 3rd T20 versus New Zealand. All indications coming from Indian team sources is that Shaw will replace Shubham Gill in Indian 11. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitv.in or 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Before we wind up, let's look at the top headlines once again. Lamjimba Group's MD Sanasam Jackie remanded to 15 days judicial custody. Filing of nominations for assembly elections in Nagaland and Meghalaya begins. Tehreek-e-Taliban claims responsibility for Peshawar blast. Death toll rises to 61. Biden says the U.S. will not provide F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. And New Zealand and India will square off in the third and final fixture of the three-match T20I series. That's all for now. Thank you for watching ELITETV English News. Stay safe and have a lovely day.